Yo, yo, yo! The three-headed monster back again. Sorry for we've been off. Sometimes, like I said, we have to take our time off because we got family stuff like that. But we're back. Today's topic. I mean, for one, I just want to say appreciate everybody that do listen to us or give us your ear. Um, we just giving you our opinions. This is our thoughts. This is how we feel. Um, but at the same time, understanding that we trying to give you the best information as possible. We're not trying to persuade you to be either or. We just want you to be who you are, be your true self. So um, the way I see things, it might be different from other people's view. If this is something that don't want to rock with, I can understand. But at the same time, I still have to be true to myself and true to what we trying to build. So education, but at the same time, we're not trying to start any controversy. Again, we're just giving you our opinions. So again, I'm Brother Brian, aka Silverback, but at the same time, this is what we do. Let's get this barbershop talking. All right, what's going on, Jerome?
What's up, man? I'm doing my share thing. You know how it go.
I feel you.
Um, Hold on one bit. Yeah, yeah, you know how we do. It's all conversation. It's all opinion. Uh, Everything that we do, please, and everything that we say, don't believe anything that you hear from us. Don't believe anything that we tell you. Take the information that you hear, research it for yourself, find out your truth. Once you find out the truth, come back. Let's politic. Let's talk about it. We can be wrong, about things, um, but it's about us growing and building together. Not just building me and my brother, but building the community. So, yeah, man, what's up, B?
Dude, this has been kind of an interesting week. Today we're just throwing out just current topics because it's only time when I do stuff like this is when something is really bothered me, something that was just brought up or a conversation that somebody had. Um, this cancel culture, what is
Right,
it? What is it, and how's it that it has a life of its own? To it stops people from talking and trying to fix a problem
right,
or try to sit down to the table. Because the only reason why I'm bringing this up is because of the current situation with everybody's talking about it. The whole Dave Chappelle um, his Netflix. Now, great strategy. If y'all haven't seen it, it, it's gonna get you. It's gonna get you to see it, just because it was something that he just happened to share his opinion. Mind you, it's again, it's just his opinion. And
exactly.
why is it that we can't? Yes, yes, Eagles. My bad. Appreciate that, Steve. Got to get the Eagles in. I know we're playing tonight, but you know what? Me and Jerome on here tonight, so you know he got that smirk on his face. Why you get the smirk on your face? Why you got the smirk on your face?
Now,
Cause
continue, please.
but everybody, the Alphabet Crew, and everybody know who the Alphabet Crew is. Um, that's the power that I mean. You gotta understand if you ever didn't, please take time and watch it. Just don't sit there and have a judgmental mindset. Just watch it because he brings up so many topics. Yes, it's a jokes, but at the same time, if you watch Dave Chappelle literally he's politicking at the same time. Um, he's more of a Bernie Mac. I'm just gonna say what I want to say, no matter what. If you don't like it, so what? But at the same time, he's talking about a culture that it's okay for blacks to kill, or the music that we they put out there. Everything is in a negative sense. But for you to say something against the Alphabet Crew, whole different story. And that's something that I really it really bothers me because I don't have anything against anybody that's that's your lifestyle, that's your lifestyle. But when your lifestyle is interfering with my lifestyle, it has a problem. And the reason why I'm saying that is if when people say Black Lives Matter and it bothered you because that's all lives matter, and it was like the fact is that we were saying no, black people lives matter too. We was only talking about who we are as what's going on with the black community. The whole Alphabet Crew, just again, this is my opinion, is forcing things. They're making you accept them as who they are. In the 80s, everything was in the hide and everything was secret. Now it's like I'm gonna force you to respect me. I'm gonna force you to accept me,
Uh,
not who I was born as, but who I address myself as. Like
all
again,
right. Well, I'm saying I just want to jump in because you unpacking a lot of things.
oh okay,
Uh,
my bad, my bad.
yeah,
I
yeah,
went
yeah,
too
yeah.
deep. I went.
No,
I,
I'm
I
just
was
saying
trying to
you're
bring.
putting out a lot of things. So let's start the conversation on
All
something.
right, all right, all right.
So
Nothing.
when you
You
talk
know I
about
go
Dave
in.
Chappelle, when you talk about Dave Chappelle, my thing that jumps out is not really the message of gender or gender equality or gender rights. I think it's the weight of it, the weight of gender rights versus black human lives that are dying, not being offended, but
Hmm.
actually dying. I think that was the weight of what he was, actually talking about.
I see what you're saying. I see because it's like gender. Gender. It's becoming a word that nobody wants to talk about no more. It's a
Yeah,
genderless world when the most important person in the world to me is the woman because everything she gives life, she carries life. Everything comes through the woman. Everything don't come through a gender. It comes through the womb of the woman. How's it that all of a sudden we 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 trying to get rid of gender?
well,
I don't I
I
don't get that.
mean, well,
Somebody help me with that one.
yeah, yeah. For me, and just listening uh, to you break it down and how you articulating it, this is my thing. Um, Gender uh, for America, for the world, for society, for culture right now is a tag or a name or a title, not what it how we used to think of it in the concept of male or female. And actually, you had roles. I'm talking about like back in the day, like you had roles as a male, you had roles as a female, right? I
True.
think that's what the discussion is about. It's like they're taking these old draconian rules and cultures of what a male is supposed to do and what a female is supposed to do. And because of society and how time is lessened, that we have with family, more time with work, more time away from, the true nuclear structure of a family, that the roles, now a woman may work more than her husband.
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying, or make more money, or the things of this nature. So um, that's what the tag's all about. It's like the roles.
True.
But I think old traditional people is like, nah, what we're talking about when we say gender is you actually have a male part, you actually have a female part. And that's where the male and female for older. And when I say older, I'm talking about, just mature people, and that's how they think. When you talk about male, it's not a role of who
I like how you're trying
provides,
to be
who
so politically
protects.
correct about this.
What'd you say now?
I like how you're trying to be political correct about this.
No, I'm trying to explain it for a whole
Okay,
party now.
I got you. I got you.
And so the roles of what you do as a male has changed, and the roles of what women do have changed. There's a lot more balance to the roles of what when we think of job specific things. But now, as far as male or female, the parts gonna stay the same. That ain't gonna change. Either you one or the other. We're not talking about titles. We're talking about physically. You can't change uh, chromosome for a male, and you can't change XX chromosome for a female.
Ooh, dude, damn, they don't mind with that deep with it.
You know what
Ah,
I'm saying? No, I'm
I
just
got
saying
you.
you can't
I got
change
you.
those things.
Mm-hmm.
Those are going to be facts, regardless to how you alter yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You still, if you when you check, it's still gonna be Y chromosome for men, XX for women, regardless to what manipulations you've done to your bodies, and which is fine. It's your body. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, whoa, 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 whoa. Is it your body? That's a whole different topic. That's a whole different topic. You already
Yeah,
know
that's
where I'm
all.
going with that one. But that,
Yeah, that's a whole different
but
topic.
no,
Yeah.
but you're right. You're right. You're right. But it's the fact is, if you say anything about it, you get attacked. And
What's up, brother Michael?
what the whole thing about it that gets me is he made a point because us people of color, indigenous people, black people, Negro, color, whatever you want to call us, we've been trying to get to the point to just even being seen or being recognized as who we are. And he said he respect that movement because they came in and they moved mountains. But it's kind of like this council culture. Now, some people need to get counseled, true, but it's who's getting counseled. Who are they really attacking? Who is it that if me and you say something about the Alphabet Crew, they're gonna attack us? And it's like, who are you? I can't. It's kind of like we 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 seeing things to the fact is you can't even be honest. I don't even care how you feel about me, as long as you honest about it. I know. Should it affect me? Not really, because if I know truly who I am within self, that shouldn't be something I should be worried about. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Unless you stopping me from my job, promotion, or something like that on a different. But you just really just talking? I'm not even really worried about that. But at the same time, why is it? Why is it that they have so much power? You know what I'm saying?
I think now would get us on a whole nother topic.
Okay.
But I think the more powerful thing is it's not. I don't think it's about um, the is
Or the
it
movement. Or is it the movement?
LGBT community. I think it's more about um, we got. I think it's more about when he's talking about it. He's not really coming at the community. I think he's really coming at the weight of things. Why does that weigh more than the black community? How is it that, as you talk about, they have more power to move things, change things, uh, affect law when the black community has been trying to? orchestrate the same things for the last 100 years and haven't got any headway near what this community has in the last 10 to 15 years.
I mean, oh my God. I mean, movement. I understand, Melissa, because this is, because of certain people's position. I think, I mean, LDB, well, basically what it is lesbians, bisexuals, gay, transgender, and questioning. I don't know what questioning is. That's interesting.
You say, what?
That's what the LBGTQs mean. That's the name. That's the acronym.
Right. I get that. I
But
thought you said question mark.
no, it says questioning. That's what the Q stands for.
Oh, okay.
But at the same time, I think what he was basically coming at was the transgender and how they flip it and they want you to recognize them as the opposite of what they were. Now you have to
Nah,
pay money.
I don't even think. You talking about Dave?
Yeah.
I don't think. No, this dude.
No, I mean, again,
I don't think it had anything. I think it's like they were points to move the needle, right? But that's not what he was talking about. What he was talking about is how can one movement be so powerful and it doesn't have uh, the history behind it. It doesn't have the bodies behind it as the other movement. You see what I'm saying? As the black community movement, it has bodies behind it, you know, but you can be offended by what somebody say and get things changed and get things canceled, right?
Mhm.
But somebody can be killed, somebody can be lynched, somebody can be ostracized from their home, and you not get the same interest or the same movement or the same legislation.
Mm, yeah,
That's
because
what
I
I
mean,
seen when I was
okay,
listening to it.
I got you.
I don't think it has anything with what you choose to do sexually. That's a
No, well, I mean,
choice.
what you do, but I mean, but at the same time, because I mean, like for instance, at my job, if somebody was, just happened to have that, they get a certain amount of respect of this is who they are. When you talk to them, this is how you refer them to, and it's kind of like if that's Dan, that's Dan. If that Dan that went to Danielle, okay, but you cannot sit there and tell. It's kind of like a force of you have to recognize this person as this, and it's kind of like yeah and no because that's a life change. That's a life something that they changed themselves to. But now you forcing me to recognize what they did. I don't really care, but I mean, trust me, my job, dude, is I don't even want to talk about it, but
I mean, I get all the sensitivity because people don't want to be sued, right?
sensitivity,
But
emotions.
yeah, but see, my thing is, I look at it like this. Like I said, I have no problem with
Yeah,
what anybody choose to do sexually. I don't really care. And so you're talking about that because somebody has made a decision
a life
about what
choice.
they do in their private life,
Hmm.
that I should be forced to recognize that, right?
True.
Well, my thing is, I don't see it as that because if I decide to wear a red jacket tomorrow, should I force you to recognize that what I wore?
It depends on what the hat. If you have the matching hat that says a certain thing to it, yes, I'm gonna have a problem with you. I'm canceling
Okay,
you. I'm gonna
but see,
cancel you.
but you still would choose to be upset. It's not that I forced you. You chose that.
That is true. That is
So
true. That's
so
on
what
me.
my thing is, I agree with you. I don't think people should be forced to acknowledge or forced to recognize anything. I mean, for you to say change your gender, or you not change your gender, but identify differently, right? And if you're misidentified while somebody calls you sir, ma'am, something that's different than what you identify to, I don't think why flipping out on somebody doesn't make sense to me. You understand what I'm saying?
I mean, I got what you're saying. It just
Because I mean,
it's a sensitive topic that a lot of people don't want to really discuss because it just you're gonna get in trouble. But it's getting oh my god, brother Michael putting it out there. Yeah, it is getting weird because they pushing it everywhere. They pushing it in the schools. It's pushing it. I think they came together as a group, and I think that's the point with us as a people. We're not together. We're
and I
so
think that's what Dave is saying.
we're so divided that we can't even come up with a name. You go by African American? Because I know I damn sure don't go by it.
No,
I call myself indigenous American. I tell a person in a heartbeat, my family didn't come from Africa. We're
right.
descendants of it, but we was here before, that old Columbus dude that was, they was kind of celebrating that punk ass
But I
dude.
mean, even to say that you're descendants of Africa is
And
hard to
I
say.
mean, because everybody, you can, you know what? I know, and you don't get deep on me because I know how you do. I got you. I'm gonna leave it alone. We indigenous Americans, and that's the way I'm gonna leave it. Is that better?
All right,
Is that
enough
better?
said.
Okay.
You can, hey, look, you can identify however you want to identify.
Ah. But we did just, Columbus Day did pass. We have done, I think at least three. I might have to repost the ones that we have done, the three special podcasts we did about that. Um, but that's something that just, that just passed. Because I mean, it's now was an Indigenous People Day, you know,
Right.
and do you take that out of the schools? Because is that a part of American history? Post European. When you say American, I mean about the westernized history. How can I say that? Because I mean they got Europeans' foot in American soil.
Okay. I was reading and I kind of lost the point at what you was going at first, but and I was trying to, we respond to some of the questions.
Yeah, I'm looking. I'm looking. All right, let's see. Let's see. Steve was like, I forgot which one of you guys has said, once you push the agenda on my life, that's completely different than me respecting me. Oh, that's me. Jerome try to be Mr. Smooth. I'm kind of like, fuck that. That's once you start pushing an agenda on me, that takes away from the respect because it's kind of like again, and that's why I use the whole Black Lives Matter movement. You notice that kind of disappeared too. You know, I don't know what happened with it. Did it just died out?
Yeah. I
I don't
mean, you wasn't funding it, so it
yeah.
wasn't, you know what I'm saying? So once they got tired of the agenda and what they were doing back behind the scenes, they let it ride.
But but
Uh,
but I
put
use that
put the
as a
Queen's question up too.
yeah. I'm gonna use, but I was saying about Black Lives Matter, and when we say Black Lives Matter, and people's like, no, all my lives matter. But at that present time, we was talking about what was going on with the black community. Black people was getting killed by the police. You have the poverty, you have redlining. I mean, we can go down the whole damn line of the miseducation, the poor education, um, the whole welfare, the projects. I mean, which is basically prison camps, but nobody wants to talk about it. Um, tie pull yourself up with your own bootstrap, bullshit. Um,
Well, you don't
but
have no boots on.
yeah, we barefoot, but I was using that as a point of We were just talking about that point and how that we just saying we matter too. I mean, we out
Right.
here saying Black Lives Matter, and these dudes got bills passed. So we got to come together because,
But my thing is the movement that they're
I mean, they coordinated, they moving.
what I'm saying, that movement that they have was started by how they watched us move. So you can't, as a fellow movement that's going on, help us with our agendas, push our agendas too. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't want to exclude anybody, but how do we always get pushed to the back?
True. All right, let me see. All right, let's see. Let me put up another. It's kind of funny because we got everybody involved. Let's see. Fashion Queen, how you doing? At my job, we have to refer to one of the teachers by pronouns them, they, or them. See what I'm saying? Which
Right,
which refers to as he or she or her. Oh my God, that see what I'm saying? You
right.
taking and we have to teach kids is you're this is your it's like
But
I
I'm
can't.
saying,
Am I wrong to call my son a son? Is he not my
now
son?
you,
You see what I'm saying?
I
Can I
don't
not
know.
say
Maybe he
you know?
identifies as the neighbor. I
All
don't
right,
know.
let's put up another one. All right, they need to do away with that date altogether. Hmm. If we wanted to give Indigenous people a day, they would create a different storyline and date and post. That is true. That is true. So you talking about that Christopher Columbus Day?
Yeah, I
Um,
know. But I want to finish with the pronoun thing because, matters of speech, right? When you call somebody her, him, these are singulars. But
mhm.
if I refer to a singular person as them or they, what are you telling me? You have multiple personalities or you have multiple identities? So if you have those things, that seems to me like more of a mental health issue
Mhm.
than
And you making it
an
worse.
issue of stature or your name. You know, if you don't, if you're mixed up, to me, let me say it like this. Let me say it like this. When you
Mhm.
said they won't accept it, right? And I'm cool with accepting anybody. But if you can't accept yourself, when you go to the bathroom and see your genitalia, and you can't accept that's what you are, then how do you expect me to accept something you don't even uh, know to be? You understand what I'm saying? You don't accept yourself because you was if you
Boom.
if you
Yo,
were a
that is
man,
deep. Never
if
never
you
looked at it like that. And I appreciate the way you brought it. See, that's why I like you, man. That's why I call you my big brother, man. That's what I call you. But that's deep. Because you're not accepting yourself. Now you want me to accept you for something that you're truly not.
that you truly not.
Let's see. Let's see. All right. I had to. I'm glad everybody's involved because me and Jerome. We are sign them off. Good to support the American is trying to push the LBGTQP. Oh, we got a P in it now. ABC and ABC into the community and teaming up
Oh, I
with.
think that's plus.
Fuck that. Who cares? Yeah, it's
But
pushed. It's pushed into schools. Um, it's like everything that if you was a Christian or if it's going everything against religion. Now, when we say we covering up a day or give it a different agenda, it's no different than Christmas because Christmas covers up a day.
true.
What's that? The Sanhedra? Sanhedra? What is it? Trust me, if you want to go, trust me, if you go look at that, just Google what was the original day of
Oh,
Christmas.
you talking about? Saturnalia.
Saturnalia.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
That
yeah, yeah.
that was, that covered, Christmas covers up that day, but
Exactly.
so I mean, would you say, I forget what Easter covers up? Easter covers up a day too. Um, a certain type of religion, a certain type of pagan holiday.
Yeah,
Everything.
sometimes it's the what is it? I can't think of it right now. But it's about fertility. It's about the end of winter going into spring. So it's about birth and
It's a solstice, the spring solstice.
I mean, yeah, it's a spring solstice, just like uh the winter solstice, but
Christmas is basically, around Christmas time is the winter solstice. But
but
again, so covering up Columbus Day, it was pushed so heavily to the fact is, if you really study this history, and if you want to, you can go back and check out a couple of our podcasts when we was talking about the Indian Removal Act. Also, when we was talking about King Philip's War, you won't do Thanksgiving. You wouldn't even do Thanksgiving because the bloodshed that happened afterwards. That's something that a lot of people don't know, and that's a lot of things that when we study, when we get into history, or we only go by what the school teaches us, we have that problem. You know what I'm saying? Or if you want to go by, if you even go by the Catholic religion, fuck it, I'm saying it. I'm putting my
you
nuts.
already said it.
I'm putting my nuts on the table.
You already said it. Go ahead.
Look what the priest can get away with. Look how many lives you ruin. Look how many people you put in that alphabet crew because of violations and violations on top of violations. And then now they don't know who they are because we push a certain thing. Because you got to understand, if you're part of that crew, you don't reproduce. You literally you end in just basically humanity, to be in a sense, because two women can't have I mean, because of fertility and all that stuff like that. I'm saying by
I
natural,
know what you're saying,
by
B.
natural.
But let's back up from the end of the world. But uh I'll put that on what Queen said. The last thing.
Oh, wait a minute. All right, I'm gonna get to you, Michael. I'm gonna get to you. The world is ran by gay people in power. Yeah, they hidden.
Now, I wanted to put that up there just for
You want me
specific.
to leave it up? You want me to leave it
No,
up?
no, you, no, no. I was just want.
I want to hear you go with it. I want to hear what you go with it because I'm following you. I'm following you on this one. Let's see
All
where
right,
we at on this one.
all right. Because you spoke of the European influence on America, right?
Oh my God.
And
Yeah.
so when you look at what
Old Rome. Old
when
Rome.
when you're taught about history, the
Mm-hmm.
first thing they tell you, the first civilized or the first civilizations came out of Greece, right?
No, Mesopotamia.
Out of Greece.
All right, fuck it. All right, we're gonna go with Greece. I
And when
forgot
I
you
say
go deep
Greece,
into it.
ancient Greece, that's Mesopotamia.
I got you.
Because Alexander the Great, as they call him, was Mesopotamian.
Mm-hmm.
But he's always taught about in Greek society or the Greek culture.
True.
So if this is where they teach you that culture started, uh, and when I say culture, that's a big word. When they talk about civilization started, then which we know is a lie, but they tell you this for a specific reason. If
Mm-hmm.
you look at their culture and how they structured inside of the Greek culture, there were four genders. There were four genders. There were male, female, neutered, and common. And
Oh
this
shit.
is this goes back 2,000 years, right?
Okay.
And so this culture was passed to Rome. And this is what resided inside of the Catholic Church, which became the center of power for the world.
True.
and
Which they still are today.
which which I'm getting at. And
Okay.
so inside of that culture, the belief was this, that males, or those that had the masculine energy or the masculine stance, uh, they um, were the only ones that could carry intellect for the culture.
Hmm.
Women couldn't carry the intellect. The only thing they could do was produce children. Of
Facts.
course, now I'm saying inside this culture, this is what happened. So for a man to be intimate in thought, intimate in feeling, intimate in sexuality, they could only do it with another equal, which was a man.
Hmm.
And so that's why the bathhouses and all these um, different types of ways that they, express themselves, passed on from culture to culture to culture. And these are the people that what we call the elites or the ones that were in power.
Hmm.
And so that culture that started 2,000 years ago is still prevalent with the elites. And
Okay.
so when you see these agendas and these agendas pass, it's only for acceptance.
Yeah.
So the more you see it, the less you think about it. Why do you think they perpetrate so much violence on the black community and they show it on TV? It's so that it becomes normal. It's normality. Everybody thinks that it's violent in every black community, and that's the furthest thing from the truth. But when you watch anything with media, or you listen to any rap song, all black communities are violent and sell drugs and have prostitution.
Mm.
And so the power of media, the power of what you see, the power of what you hear
Hmm.
sways things. There's an old Greek um, tactic that they used to use. And it's anytime you want to get an agenda off, right?
Hmm.
You take the extreme of that agenda and you put it out there. This is the worst thing that could happen, right? And then you say, you create another side that has the opposite, the polar opposite agenda, but it's extreme too.
True.
So people look at it and say, those are two extremes that are polar opposite. Then somebody comes in the middle and offer you a solution. It's not the extreme on either side.
Okay.
And so you accept it. But what you don't realize, it was what they wanted to do from the beginning. And so this is how everything is always played out. If you always watch, everything's an extreme. You got to get the shot or everybody's dying. And the other side is, I'm not taking the shot because nobody's dying. People are going to fall somewhere in the middle.
Nobody falls in the middle because you got to create fear on both ends.
You fear, but if you got fear on both ends, it pushes you to the middle.
Does it?
Where else does it? If you fear one thing, you go into the middle. You're going away from what you fear, right?
You
You're
can
not
keep
going to the
it. Can.
other thing.
It depends on if it's constantly keep being pushed and being pushed. That means they're gonna push you farther away.
To the agenda which was set from the beginning. You think these people are idiots?
Okay. I mean, okay. I got it. You push the fear. People went and jumped. Now everybody. In other words, now the government. Now the people are the police.
The people are what?
The police. They policing everybody when it comes to that particular the
Oh,
jab.
you talking about like self-policing?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
you need to do this and you need to do that. Everybody's doing it, right?
Yeah. Or you go
That's
by.
natural.
So how much?
That's hurting.
Since we was talking about this, I think I found out the P stands for pansexual. Pansex. What the? Oh my god. Ugh.
I think pansexual, pan means everything. So that means that you don't really have agenda. You whatever that I guess you feel that day.
It's funny, dude. It's
I mean, that's what pan is, like pandemic. It's everywhere.
Boy, I tell you what, Queen is putting these up here. Affects a collective group of individuals, including black. The spread affects who? Black people, and they. You know what I noticed though, and nobody says nothing about it. Now the whole HIV commercials come up. Why is it mostly black dudes that's in there? Gay black dudes.
Come on, dude, stop. You know why?
No, but I mean, I'm saying all of a sudden, gay. When we in the '80s, again, if that's what you love, that's what you love. Because it was a point that black people and white people couldn't be together. Now it's to the fact is it's okay, it's interracial, and oh my god, that's a whole different topic. We'll talk to you in what year is it? We got 30 years. We'll come talk to you, and we're gonna say told you, we told you. But this whole thing about
What?
why why we let media tell us what the fuck we need to do.
That's the design of media.
I'm sick of the
No,
media.
most people, you be surprised, be that there's rarely any original thought. There's rarely any original thought. Some thought,
But we get frowned upon because of what we do and what we talk about. But we do our research and we prove our research. We put it up in front of you now. I know we've been doing that at least since this year. That we
right?
literally would put up and show you where we getting our information from. Hell, we Google half of it and Google will tell you what you need to know. Google is you just gotta read the fine, print. But back onto this Colombo and like how most people say, well, this is the Italians, this is their heritage. This is part of their history. And then I'm like, no, it's not because yes, he was an Italian, but who he worked for? He didn't work for Italy. He worked for Spain, and then he was like Spain was then
And
Portugal.
Portugal.
Portugal. So you get
And but the thing is, until the 1960s, up until the 1960s, they separated and I'm talking about the Italian government, separated themselves from Columbus. They didn't want anything to do with it. Where did he die at?
I think he died in Italy.
He died in jail.
Yeah, but they don't want to tell you that he discovered something that was already inhabit. And
Right.
I have to deal with this because I have to talk to my son. I'm telling you though, these history questions, Jerome, we need to talk off air about some of these history questions because I'm like, this boy sitting there. I mean, he be asking these questions. I know my wife gets mad because I'm teaching my son real history, um, especially his background and everything, because he's coming from a tribal family on both sides. His mom, and she'll tell you exactly what tribe and what part of she is. He was half black Jew. Ooh, boy, that's interesting. Wait a minute, let me see. They need to stop making children that much to each children make more scary. That is true. That is true. And then he put down this. I guess he's saying he was black. Oh, Jew or who? Mm. Oh, especially if you. Oh, that's another thing. A lot of people need to study Italy and how much African blood is, especially in the southern part. But you'll call them the Etruscans. Am I correct, Jerome?
Etruscans, yeah.
Which were who?
That was the civilization that preceded uh, the Romans. And they
Okay,
were, we could call them Moorish
okay.
people. Because the African, I sway in history using the word Africa because it's such a recent word.
I just, I mean, I get you. I mean, I just
Yeah,
say the bloodline because that's what
yeah,
most
yeah. I know what
people,
you're saying. I'm just
So
talking about me when I normally talk about
I got you because I know you don't like talking about Moorish history, and I do. I know how you
it.
feel. I know how you feel.
I don't mind discussing it with my brothers. I just want to go back further. Understand. I mean, if you're gonna talk about Moors, you gotta talk about barbers. Nobody talk about barbers.
Oh yeah, they don't talk about barbers, especially when it comes to true. But again, this dude got a holiday. The holiday has been taken down. If this
Yeah.
holiday been up, how long has been holiday been up? Fuck it, let's Google it.
This
How
is the
long?
60s?
I'm about to Google it. Go ahead and keep talking. I'm
Oh
typing. I'm
yeah.
typing
So
slow.
but if you're talking about Columbus, you know how I feel about that.
I know. I just want to know when the holiday started.
You ain't found it yet?
Come on, man. My typing skills is not that good, man. Leave me alone.
October 12th. October 12th, 1792 was the first time it was celebrated.
Oh, that's interesting.
It was made a holiday 1892.
Nope. 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 All right. All right. Let me pull this up. I have to add my little 2 cents in.
Look at that.
All right. Can you see it?
Yeah.
All right. Columbus Day is a U.S. holiday that commemorating the landing of the occurred Monday, October the 11th. It was unofficially celebrated in a number of cities and states as early as the 18th century, but didn't become a federal holiday until 1937. Interesting.
Dude, that's what I said.
You said that.
You said you seen when it was celebrated? That's what I was saying. When it was celebrated.
Okay, my
I
bad.
said now
Oh,
federal holiday is different.
yeah. I mean, I just wanted to. Okay, whoa, that's interesting. Hey there, a book called Columbus the Moor. Oh, so you getting it down now? You're getting down in my alley. Again, me
I
and
mean,
bro.
there's books that talk about his first mate being a Moor. It
Yeah,
talks about
the Moor showed him how
when
to
he
get
worked,
to.
yeah, when he worked for Portugal. He worked on the Ivory Coast.
Mm,
So, he was in close contact with people that traded with the Americans all the time. It was just that, and like I said, obviously from his background, it was just the king and the queen. They had newly came into power in Spain
so we're like talking about Queen Isabella and
and
King
Ferdinand.
Ferdinand,
And so,
and they
they just fell for he had that slick mouth and they fell for it. And he
Spain
took,
did.
he,
Spain,
yeah,
Portugal. When he shipwrecked and he ended up having to go to Portugal, them us was like, "Yo, we know you out here doing some stuff. We want part of this too."
right. We want some of that booty.
See, now everybody has to understand, like, why would they explore? If you look on the map, Spain, Portugal, France, they can't get no bigger. So for you to, they're not going to expand no farther than where they're at. So you have to go elsewhere. And the stuff that he did. Um, but one thing I do want, I need to find back. I have to do my research to find out is when they came or when they first came to Americas, especially when they came to South Carolina. and they
Who?
describe you, not Columbus, it's other
Oh, you
Spanish,
talking about the
other Spanish,
Spanish?
yeah,
Yeah.
and they tell
Here.
you who they got encounter. They're not going to tell you it was red face. They're going to tell you it was.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's not hard to find. You can see in the early 1500s, it's documented. Um, that the Spanish had came over, and the tribes that they saw were like African tribes. So what they were talking about, they had just left the African coast, right?
Yeah.
But when they got to this new American coast, it was the same tribes,
Mm,
or the same uh, type of people that
yes.
they had just left from.
True.
They had on in South Carolina on the PD River is one of the oldest forts in the Americas. Not old as St. Augustine, but one of the oldest forts in America in South Carolina.
So that's what I'm saying. So it's when everybody's like, "Oh, you don't have, we're not indigenous people." It was showing you in Puerto Rico that it was our complexion. When you came to South Carolina, it's our complexion. When you're in
I
Florida, it's our
mean,
complexion.
trust me, they know. You the only one that don't know.
What the hell you mean? I don't know. I do know.
Not you. You in the general speak.
Fucking
You
coward.
represent the people.
So, so that was Monday. Which the kids still get a holiday off, but nobody's really teaching them the true history of what truly happened.
I mean, why? Who knows it?
In the Vatican. We getting canceled today. I need to check and see if we're still on YouTube because I know they about to take us off. But no, but I mean, but and also something else I wanted to bring up is the how the NBA is treating current players when it comes to the mosquito bite. I like to say I forgot what my man Michael called it. You know, but at the same time, you said something earlier. It's your body. You do what you want to it. It's yours. You know, you can augment it. You can take it off. You can add to it. Okay, fine, good. But once this man is standing up, Kyrie Irving, standing up saying, I don't know how he's the only one that's getting blasted when it comes to this. When 60, like maybe 40% of the NFL is not even got this mosquito bite.
Oh yeah. Now that is that a little simpler because the NFL is still uh, a slave owner relationship.
Okay. Uh-oh.
Um, the NBA, the players actually realized the power that they had, and so they have a better standing. They're more sharecroppers than slaves,
Ooh.
and so they have a better understanding. And so they're always going to come down harder on the NBA because those guys actually have a little more juice, a little more power, a little more say. They actually sway things with what they talk about. Um, tell me one football player that you know this indigenous that can speak and do the same things that LeBron James can do as a
No,
basketball player.
no,
None,
no.
because the relationships are different.
But why is he getting the most focal point? Because he's one of the big superstars?
Yeah, because he's a superstar, and they trying to show him that you don't have as much power as you think. But
Actually, he does. He does.
yeah, of course, that's why they're doing it.
Because I mean, if he's saying, "Okay, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm doing," everybody keep like, "Oh, you stupid! You throwing away this amount of money. You are doing this to your teammates." And it's kind of like my man says, "Yo, I'm taking care of my family."
Let me show you this.
Uh oh.
Let me. No, I'm just saying. Let me show you this. This is interesting.
Hmm.
So this is the difference in power.
Okay.
Uh, the Washington Redskins. What's their owner's name?
I don't know. We play against them and we try to whip their
I
ass.
mean, you know it, because any other day, if I didn't put you on the spot, you probably pop his name out.
I don't. But I know. I know who you
Right?
talking
You know what I'm saying?
about. Yeah.
So who's Dallas owner?
I don't know who your owner is. I think he's your owner, your football coach also. Just wanted to put it out. Jerry Jones.
I'm trying to make a point. You're trying to be funny.
Because I'm saying, because he is your damn football coach.
So listen to what I'm saying. Jerry Jones, right?
Yeah.
I could ask you, do you know any NBA owners? You probably don't.
Mark Cuban.
Because he's vocal and he's in Dallas, right?
True.
But
Jordan.
the reason why I say
Michael
it is
Jordan.
that shows you how the players, you know, all the players, you know, hardly any of the owners.
True.
But as far as football, almost everybody knows the owners.
True that. True that. True
You
that.
know, that's what I'm saying. That's the relationship. That's the balance of power. And they're gonna try to knock down and keep quiet all these dudes that think they have sway. That's why they tried it with LeBron early on.
I just don't know why they pushing the issue when all you doing is is testing this. Just go ahead and let them just test them. But I guess to drag him over media. He's
Yeah.
like the big mega folk. He didn't do it. He's not doing that. I don't think. I'm hoping he's not doing that just for clout or just for attention. But he's standing
Nah, I
on
mean,
he's
and
standing on his soapbox.
even if he is, as long as it's the right place to bring the attention. But my thing is, I seen something. It was interesting today. They were talking about why do they have a problem with Kyrie because he won't get. I'm talking about the NBA because he
Uh,
won't get vax.
yeah.
But they let Magic Johnson play, and he had full blown AIDS. No,
I
I mean
posted
this is
I
serious. It's
posted that
valid.
today. I
You
posted that
posted
today.
that.
Yeah, I posted it
That's
today.
where I seen that. Then I know I seen it somewhere. But is that not
Oh,
valid?
that is true. Yeah, I forgot who. Oh my man, God, my man put that out there. Forbidden knowledge. Oh my God, I forgot his name. But that is true. It is true. So it's who you are and what role you playing. Can I say that? Because
You just said
I guess stop saying that.
it.
I guess if you because he's been vocal about a lot of different things. He did say he's
Right.
indigenous. He's indigenous. He found his tribe. Um, you know, he didn't play in the bubble. Um, he's just respect. Just leave him. Just let him be. I mean, you ain't barking at the alphabet crew. Why you barking down this man tree?
You
Cancel culture. We can cancel anybody, but we don't cancel the people that needs to be canceled.
right.
But you know what? I'm gonna digress because I'm gonna keep going in, and I don't want us to get in no trouble. And next thing you know, we get kicked off of all these social media platforms.
But I think of one important thing about being canceled. It's funny to me. It's not like that you're taking people out of the mainstream, educating them, getting them, at a level where uh, they can operate. You actually just attacking the money source that they make, and
True.
you just take the money from them, and
Yeah.
how how they have to survive, how they have to support their family is gone. That doesn't mean anything.
No,
Where's the conversation first?
I mean we seen what Nick Cannon went through when he was speaking the truth. They took his money, and that money, yo, Yo, he got reborn.
Yeah, he needed a that that money make you dance.
But I noticed this ain't making Kyrie Irving dance because he's losing what 33 million, and he's kind of
Yeah,
like
you know how much money that man's made in his life. He shouldn't be hurt.
he shouldn't be, and that lets me know that he's been planning this for a minute, or he's planning his future, his retirement. He's not retiring. I don't think he's retiring. He was just kind of like, yo, I'm standing on my soapbox, and this is what it is. I'm not
I
gonna
get
break.
it. I mean, I get it. You're making a point.
So the new council coach guy, how you feel about the Raiders coach getting resigning?
Gruden.
Yeah,
I mean, I did. To be honest, I ain't been so into that
I
I don't
know.
even know what he said. Uh, I mean, really, that you don't think they all talk like that?
I know. That's why I'm hoping that they can find some stuff on Jerry Jones so we can get him up out of here too. Russia, I need you to hack that man's emails.
Jerry loves y'all people.
Shit.
He do. Dez is like his second son.
Yeah, that he didn't want to get that money to. All right, y'all. We gonna get out of here, man. Appreciate being on. I appreciate y'all listening. We get silly, we get crazy, but again, we only giving y'all our opinions. Jerome broke that down as a disclaimer, so don't get mad at us. Again, I appreciate the ones that took out the time to even put comments down. I appreciate y'all. Um, my last words is, yo, open the book. Please research, y'all. Research. Don't believe in and don't get everything from Google. Don't get everything from Google. Because again, you got to understand the aneurysm or what is aneurysm or not an aneurysm or what's the other word they're using? Because of Facebook got busted for the stuff that they was doing. The whistleblower, that bullshit too. But it's funny that we on this Facebook platform too. Know that self, love that self, believe in that self, and do not be afraid to look in that mirror and say, I love you. And they say, I love you back. So that's my last word. Go ahead, Jerome. Finish it off for us, man.
Man, I think, I'll piggyback on that sentiment of loving yourself and loving everybody around you. Be cool to everybody, that's around you because you never know what anybody's going through. You never know what anybody is decisions they're trying to make about their life. Um, so be cool to everybody. Um, oh, you get a war cry, die Eagles die. Uh, ain't that right? Ain't that how you say it? But
You got jokes. You got jokes.
nah,
Tell me
but
it
for
again at the
real,
end of the season.
but for real, we look good right now.
Until one of
But
y'all get hurt, but go ahead. That could get hurt again.
come on, why you want to do that? But
You really
like I
gonna ask me
said,
that question?
Facebook family, uh, like, share, hit the notice button. We like to have a lot of fun, because life is serious enough. So we
Facts.
should at least be able to unwind, talk to each other, laugh a little bit, discuss what's going on in the world.
Hmm.
Um, so until next time, y'all be cool.
Three-Headed Monster. Check out our website. We do got a website, 3hmonster.com. Check out our podcast, the Three-Headed Monster Podcast. Wait a minute. Hold up. Hey, wait a minute. I mean, come on. Oh, no. Don't come. Oh, okay. You hear that? You see that, right, Jerome?
Yeah. Listen,
Appreciate that. Appreciate the love.
listen. We done came for y'all.
That was one.
41-20.
We'll play.
What?
We'll play each other again. We'll play each other again. Trust me.
It'll
We got your
mean
last
nothing by
debut.
then.
Huh?
Y'all will be playing for a draft pick, but
Oh, we'll be knocking y'all out of the playoffs. Just something that we just do. Don't forget, we did it last year.
y'all still finish behind us.
All right, like I said, check our podcast out on Three Headed Monster Podcast. That's on YouTube. Again, check out our website, the 3HMmonster.com. Because of we did a lot of audio. I think we did 3 years of audio on our podcast. I'm gonna try to see if I can upload that up on YouTube so you can listen to a lot of stuff. I mean, you think we did then? I mean, now you should have seen us win back then. So I think we have about almost 40 to 50 different podcasts that we jumped on a bunch of different topics. So I'm gonna be working on that so I can present that to you, and I'm also gonna present that up on our website too. So again, we appreciate everybody that comment, appreciate the love. Thank you. And this is the Three Headed Monster. We out. Peace.
Peace.